The Legend of Bengal's Lone Defender. In the land of Rar Bengal, where the red soil glows under a blazing sun, a tale of courage has echoed through generations. It was the time of the Malla Rajas, whose terracotta temples and mighty Dal and Madal cannons stood as symbols of Bengal's resilience. Among the defenders of this sacred land were the Ugra Kshatriyas, the Ka warriors renowned for their strength and strategy. It is said that in a moment of great peril, one among them stood alone against an unstoppable tide. The year was sweltering, the air thick with the dry heat of summer. A marauding horde of 10,000 Turkish-Mughal invaders marched toward Bishnupur, confident in their numbers and strength. They sought to claim the land, but they underestimated the spirit of its people. As they neared the outskirts, their path was blocked, not by an army, but by a single warrior. Armed with a sword, shield, and the legendary Dal and Madal cannons, the lone defender stood firm. The invaders laughed, mocking his audacity, but the warrior remained unmoved. He knew the terrain well. The swirling dust, the harsh sun, and the rocky ground were his allies. With the cannon strategically positioned, he prepared for the inevitable clash. When the invaders charged, the cannons roared to life, shaking the earth beneath their feet. Red dust rose into the air, blinding the attackers and shrouding the battlefield in chaos. Disoriented, the horde stumbled forward, only to face the unrelenting strikes of the lone warrior. He moved like a shadow within the storm, every swing of his blade precise and deadly. The battle raged for hours. The invaders, once so certain of victory, began to falter. They had expected a swift conquest, but they had encountered something far greater, a defender whose resolve was unbreakable. As exhaustion and fear spread through their ranks, the distant sound of reinforcements echoed across the land. The warriors of Bengal arrived, inspired by the lone man's defiance. Their arrival marked the turning point. The invaders, now disheartened and broken, turned and fled. What had begun as a confident march of 10,000 ended in a desperate retreat. When the dust settled, the lone defender was nowhere to be found. Some say he fell during the battle, his body claimed by the soil he fought to protect. Others believe he disappeared into the wilderness, his mission fulfilled. The legacy of that day lives on. The Ugra Kshatriyas, protectors of Bengal, became a symbol of courage and guardianship. The red soil of Bishnupur, marked by sacrifice, serves as a reminder of the warrior who stood alone and turned the tide of history. His story, whispered through time, remains a testament to the indomitable spirit of Bengal.